friends, welcome back to the Smart CLAT Daily Current Affairs series. My name is Angelic Thakur and I'm back with the current affairs of Jan 13, 2019. So let's get started. Let's look at the first question. Which of the following articles of the Constitution talks about the Election Commission? Your options are Article 315, Article 320, Article 324 or Article 342. The correct answer is Article 324. The Constitution talks about an independent election commission under Article 324. The election commission is a permanent body and has been entrusted with functions like the election of the president, vice president, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislatures, legislative councils. It also deals with reservation of seats in the Lok Sabha and the state legislatures, as well as qualifications and disqualifications of members of parliaments and MLAs. Now, India has a 3-member election commission which is appointed by the president, the chief election commissioner or an election commissioner. Both of them, they hold office for either a term of 6 years or till the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. All of the 3 members, they hold the same position and power, and in case of any dispute, a majority vote is taken into consideration. Looking at the next question, when is the National Youth Day celebrated? Your options are Jan 9th, Jan 10th, Jan 11th or Jan 12th. The correct answer is Jan 12th. The National Youth Day is used to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. He was born in 1863 and was a very well-known philosopher, poet, as well as a social reformer amongst other things. He founded the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission. He was also the main force behind introducing Indian philosophies and yoga to the Western world. The next question, in which state is the Krishna Wildlife Sanctuary located? Your options are Sikkim, Tripura, Manipur or Nagaland. The correct answer is Tripura. So what happened was that the ONGC discovered a couple of gas-bearing wells in this wildlife sanctuary, and they needed the National Wildlife Board's permission to extract this gas so that it can be supplied to the northeastern states. Some other important national parks and wildlife sanctuary in Tripura are the Clouded Leopard National Park, the Rajbadi National Park, the Gumti Wildlife Sanctuary, the Rawa Wildlife Sanctuary and the Sipahi Jila Wildlife Sanctuary. Looking at the next question, the Armigera Scheme has been launched by which state? Your options are Haryana, Rajasthan, Odisha or Jharkhand. The correct answer is Odisha. This scheme was recently launched by the Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik. It's known as the Armigera Scheme, and the aim is to provide LED bulbs free of cost to all the poor families of the state. This would reduce the financial burden of the families as well as enhance the energy efficiency. The beneficiaries would be those who have registered under the National Food Security Act as well as the State Food Security Scheme, and the implementing agency would be Odisha Power Transmission Corporation Limited. Biometric authentication has been made mandatory to avail the benefits of this scheme. Looking at the next question, what does the letter R stand for in the Amrit Yojana or scheme? Your options are resources, rural, remuneration or rejuvenation. The correct answer is rejuvenation. So, Amrit stands for the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. This scheme was launched in 2015, and the aim of this scheme is to establish infrastructure for sewage as well as water supply in urban areas. Amongst other things, it also aims at developing more open spaces like parks and tries to be more environment friendly by switching to public transport and constructing facilities for non-motorized transport like pavements. Now, as far as the funding is concerned, if the city's population is up to 10 lakh, the union government would contribute about 50% of the project cost, while if the population of the city is above 10 lakhs, then 1/3 of the cost would be contributed by the union. The mission is supposed to be completed by March 2020, which is the reason it is in the news, because the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, which is the implementing ministry, has revealed some facts. Only 20% of the total projects under this scheme have actually been completed. 3% of the amount that was set aside has actually been utilized in the scheme. Over here, Tamil Nadu has topped the list by completing around 378 projects, while West Bengal stands second in the line with 194 projects completed. Other states which have completed a fair number of projects include Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala. The next question is, who has recently been appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court? Your options are Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Justice Ajay Tripathi, Justice A.S. Bopanna, or Justice Rajendra Menon. The correct answer is Justice Sanjeev Khanna. Now, actually, the Supreme Court has recently recommended two new judges, Justice Dinesh Maheshwari as well as Justice Sanjeev Khanna, as the new judges of the Supreme Court. Some important static points: the Chief Justice of India is Justice Ranjan Gogoi, and the Collegium consists of the Chief Justice of India along with 4 of the senior most judges of the Supreme Court. Now, Article 124 and Article 217 under the Indian Constitution talk about the procedure for the appointment of judges to the Supreme Court as well as the High Court. The collegium system for appointment of judges has come out of the 3 rulings of the Supreme Court, collectively known as the 3 judges case. Let us look at the next question. The Sarva Bhasha Kavi Sammelan was recently held in which state? Your options are Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, or Andhra Pradesh. The correct answer is Tamil Nadu. So now this Kavi Sammelan is conducted by the All India Radio. It is a national symposium of poets which brings together 23 eminent poets from 22 different Indian languages on one stage. The first Kavi Sammelan was held in the year 1956. The next question is, which of the following think tanks hosts the Rosina Dialogue held in Delhi annually? Your options are Center for Development Studies, Center for Civil Society, the Observer Research Foundation, or Center for Policy Research. The correct answer is Observer Research Foundation. Now, the Rosina Dialogue is India's flagship conference on geopolitics and geoeconomics. It is hosted by the Observer Research Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of External Affairs. The dialogue is named after Rosina Hill, which is the seat of the Government of India as well as the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The theme this year is A World Reorder, New Geometries, Fluid Partnerships, Uncertain Outcomes. The next question is, where is the 29th Indian Paint Conference being held? Your options are Chandigarh, Agra, Mumbai, or Chennai. The correct answer is Agra. Now, the 29th Biennial Indian Paint Conference will be held in Agra from 11th Jan 2019 onwards. It is being organized by the Indian Paint Association, which is the apex body of India's paint industry. It will also have the largest trade show of the Indian paints and coatings industry, and there would be subject matter experts both from India and abroad sharing their knowledge. The next question is, who is the new president of Venezuela? Your options are Mr. Jair Bolsonaro, Mr. Henry Falcon, Mr. Rafael Caldera, or Mr. Nicolas Maduro. The correct answer is Mr. Nicolas Maduro. He has been sworn in for a second term as Venezuela's president. He has been serving since 2013 and is the 46th president. So these elections have been denounced as being fraudulent and rigged and have been widely denounced by the world. In fact, there were allegations that Mr. Maduro is now trying to convert Venezuela into a dictatorship. Some important facts about Venezuela: it is the first country to officially have launched its own cryptocurrency called Petro. It is an OPEC member because it is the world's largest oil reserves. In fact, 95% of foreign exchange earnings come from exporting oil. The last question is, who has been appointed as the new president of Alliance for Media Freedom? Your options are Mr. Narasimhan Ram, Mr. Arnab Goswami, Mr. Giriraj Jain, or Mr. Vikram Chandra. The correct answer is Mr. Narasimhan Ram. Mr. Narasimhan Ram is also the chairman of the Hindu Group of Publications and has been recently appointed as the new president of Alliance for Media Freedom. Now, the Alliance for Media Freedom is an advocacy group consisting of media organizations and journalists. The aim of this organization is to work for the cause of media freedom as well as independence and safety of journalists. It strives to safeguard free speech guaranteed by the Indian Constitution. And that's all for today, folks. Do let me know आपको ये video कैसा लगा. Leave your comments below. I'll be back with a different set of current affairs. Till then, this is me, Angelic Thakur, signing off.